So hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas. If you don't know me, my name is Latera Ware. I'm a multimedia content creator here on YouTube, Instagram, all that. I do photography, all that kind of good stuff. If this is your first video, I am doing Vlogmas, so I'm dropping a video every single day from December 1st to December 24th. Long form videos, all that kind of good stuff. I do have notes on the side of me, so if you hear that, that's what that is. Today's video, I did want to talk about something more related to the new year because we are getting into that little transition shift, getting into the new year. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you do get notified when I post. Be a part of the village, be a part of the family. And if you want to stalk and stick around, all of my social media will be right here as well as linked down in the bio below. In this video, I want to talk about realistic ways to set yourself up for success in the new year. Throughout this, I'm going to give you 5 ways that I'm going to be using to set myself up, as well as that I think would be helpful for you to set yourself up to have a more successful new year, maybe reach some of those goals that you didn't accomplish this year, maybe set some new goals. My first tip for you is going to be create realistic goals to achieve, as well as a plan on how you are going to achieve them. So this is a 2-part action because the first step is going to be to create some goals. One of my goals, for example, this year was to get more into my fitness/health journey. And so one of the ways that I planned on doing that is to implement a workout schedule. So I told myself I'm going to go to the gym 4 times out of the week throughout the year. And it doesn't matter what 4 days, I didn't need to be super specific with that, but I did need to make sure that I had a plan on how I was going to start improving my health and my fitness, and that was the way. It's super important to make a plan for commitment as well as creating the goal, because if you just create a goal and there's no action or anything behind it, that's just an idea. That's not you putting in the work, putting in the efforts, anything like that to do better in those areas that you're wanting to do better in. So that's not really going to help you. It's super important in this 2-part tip that you need to remember to create as well as to plan on how you will achieve these goals. Next tip, it's gonna ruffle some people's feathers, I already know, but it is going to be to evaluate the people that are in your life. This is a super important tip that I have when it comes to being successful, not only in the new year, but just in the progression forward in your life, because you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who do want to see you and who do care about you, who care about how they're treating you, who care about how they make you feel, as well as care about how you yourself are making yourself feel and care about how you're showing up for yourself. And relationships are something that people are going to have no matter what, even if it's not like romantic, friendly, whatever. You're going to have bad relationships, good relationships, but it's important to evaluate the people that you were choosing actively to have in your life, because the people that surround you play a bigger part in people's lives than they may think. And if you have a group of people around you that are going to be supportive and that you can communicate and express your goals to, then it just becomes a lot easier to achieve the things that you want to achieve, as well as you're going to have that motivation when you do fall down sometimes, and they're going to help you get back up and get back on track. The third tip that I have is going to be laying out milestone rewards for yourself. So here's the thing. When it comes to talking about discipline is you showing up every day regardless, because that's what you know that you need to do whether you want to or not. Realistically, it's a lot easier to show up if you know that you're working towards something. And maybe that's just like my generation of people because we were rewarded our entire lives for things. I'm not really sure, but I do think that it is easier when you are looking forward to something. Going back to the gym again, I told myself that if I worked out for 4 months consistently, so going 4 days a week for 4 months consistently, I could splurge on new gym clothes. And that's what I did. I don't think that I was working out solely so I could buy the gym clothes, because if that was the case when I got them, I would have stopped working out. But I do think that it was a very nice incentive for me to have for myself to be able to just be like, hey, like, you've been working out, you've been doing really good, you've been showing up for yourself, showing up for your body. So here's this little gift to you from yourself, you know? And that's always very fun. You do set up little milestone rewards throughout the progressing year. It does give you something to look forward to. It gives you something to be like, no, like, come on, you gotta push. Discipline does tie into that very heavily, because you can't be rewarding yourself if you know you aren't actually doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. So just be very mindful of that. I do think will help you stick to the goals that you have set for yourself at the beginning of the year, especially when it gets closer to the end of the year, because 12 months is a long time. So you need something to help you drag it out sometimes. My fourth tip would be to seek out a form of mentorship, whether that be you are going to a mentor in a group organization that you have, a mentor at your job, a mentor, just a peer-to-peer mentor. I think that it's very nice to have someone that you can look up to, as well as you can bounce ideas off of. I think that it's a very good way to help yourself grow, and it's a good way to also help yourself not get so consumed and feel alone, because sometimes when you are trying to succeed in goals, it is very easy to fall into a slump, fall into a feeling like, you're not seeing the light, you're not seeing the progress you're making. And when you have a mentor, it's a lot more helpful if someone else is there to help you also track your progress and to motivate you. And 9 times out of 10, it's very nice when mentors are people who are in places in life that you aspire to be in as well. Not envy, because envy gets sticky, but that you definitely aspire to be in as well, and that they can help you and show you and motivate you on how to get into the places that you want to get into, or how to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And they can as well give you, tips and tricks. The fifth and final tip for this is to make sure that you have a plan on how to take care of yourself when the inevitable happens. When I say the inevitable, I do mean that when people seek out goals and they have aspirations for something, there will be setbacks. That's something that I believe you can't get away from. There will definitely be a setback here, a setback there, but it's important for you to be able to sit down and to decompress and to understand how to pick yourself back up and put yourself back on that road. Like I was saying earlier, it is a lot easier when you do have people in your life who understand where you are, understand what you want for your life, as well as how you would like to get there, how you would like to achieve these things. And they can also be a part of this plan that you have. Creating this plan is something that's super important, because for me personally, in my own experience, I feel like when I didn't have a plan on how to pick myself back up when I fell off, I just spiraled into a point where I was doing nothing. And then it's just like, now you're really far away from the goals that you're trying to set. So it's always important to have a backup plan, have someone who can be there for you to help you succeeding in this backup plan, understand where you went wrong, or for you to sit down and understand where you went wrong, ways to fix that and to start over to keep going in the progression of the original goal. Well, those are my 5 simple and quick tips for you on how to make 2025 a successful year for you. I do hope that you guys are all going to have an amazing, successful year. I wish you guys the best through the struggles that also come through the year. And I hope that you all are having an amazing holiday season. And thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Vlogmas. With all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.